Today I'm going to show you how to make Spanish rice, but way easier, thanks to your Instant Pot. Hi, I'm Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and we're on a mission to help families eat well on a budget. Spanish rice is actually so easy to make. We have several recipes from crock pot to stovetop. What I love about the Instant Pot is you can make it super quick, but you don't have to babysit it. So think about it from the skillet. You gotta saute it, you gotta watch it, you gotta stir it regularly. The Instant Pot, you just gotta throw stuff in there and go do your thing. Come back and you have the tastiest homemade Spanish rice. It's way cheaper to make than buying the store-bought boxes, and it tastes so much better. You can find the full recipe linked in the description below, or you can always Google Eat on a Dime Instant Pot Spanish rice and it will pull right up. Now, if you love your Instant Pot as much as we do, we actually also have an Instant Pot digital cookbook, and I have that link for you as well. It's on sale, so you can check it out, and it has, I believe, 100 Instant Pot recipes. So if you love your Instant Pot and you like quick and easy meal ideas, make sure you check that out too. First, we're going to take 2 cups of long grain white rice, and we're going to make sure we get it completely rinsed really well. Okay, now we need a half an onion. I'm using a white onion. I'm just going to cut it into it's a half of an onion, so I'm going to cut that half. Let me take off the edge first, into a quarter so I can throw it in my chopper. You guys know I'm obsessed with my chopper. Hold on, get that last peel off. And I like to cut it in half. We have this chopper link. If you've been following for a while, you probably already bought one because they're like 100% worth it. I mean, like, look at that. No crying onions needed. Okay, so now in our Instant Pot, we are going to click the saute setting. It might say like brown or something like that on your, because you might have a different brand than Instant Pot. Any electric pressure cooker will work. If you don't know, Instant Pot is just a brand. So we're gonna get that melted, and then I'm throwing in these onions, and basically we're gonna saute these onions until they are nice and soft. And the reason we're doing that is we just wanna make sure they get soft. I don't want them to be crunchy after they've cooked in the Instant Pot. This is just gonna take 2 or 3 minutes, just a little added step that we like to do. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. We're gonna just wait a few more minutes, maybe another minute, just for those onions to get a little bit softer. But you don't really want it to brown. I mean, it can, but I prefer not to, because then you'll just have more brown into your Spanish rice. Now we're gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth. I like using chicken broth just because it adds more flavor, but you can do water or like a bouillon cube. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the bottom of my spoon and just making sure if it got browned, anything browned on the bottom is scraped up. I don't really have much. Now the reason we say to do this is because the new Instant Pots have like a safety feature, and you'll get that burn notice if it gets too brown on the bottom of it. So we want to make sure all of that gets scraped off before you dump everything else in. Now we're going to do our seasonings. We have some minced garlic. We are going to need a half a teaspoon of oregano, cumin, black pepper. Put these back up. And then we need a teaspoon of paprika. Gives it that nice smoky flavor. I also can include a link to my seasoning jars. I love these. I've been using them for quite a while, and my favorite part is how wide they are on top, so even a tablespoon can fit in there. So I love them. It's so much easier to find. Now we're gonna add some chili powder and salt. See, super easy ingredients that you probably already have on hand. But I'm gonna give this a quick mix together. And then we're going to add in that rice that we rinsed. Toss that in. Get out. There you go. Now we're going to stir this rice, and you want to make sure the rice is completely covered in liquid. Very important. So don't just dump the rice on top. You want to actually push it down and spread it out so it's covered in that liquid. Okay, see how you don't want it to be left like this. So push it down and move it around just to make sure it is completely covered in that liquid, and that'll make sure that your rice gets completely cooked. Now we need a can of tomato sauce. We want to do about 6 ounces, but we had a 15-ounce one in our can, so I just measured out about a cup. Now our trick is we are not going to stir this in. We're just going to pour this right on top, but not stirring it in. Then we're going to add the lid. We're ready to cook. Can I do this on a video? Okay, a little bit of trouble, but I'm here. You start at the left and move to the right to lock it in. Make sure your top valve is set to sealing. Then we're going to do high pressure. I hit the manual button. I cooked the roast last, so it's up high. And we're going to go to 3 minutes. Yes, only 3 minutes. Hold on. Come on. Okay, we finally made it to 3. Sorry, I had a roast before, and apparently you can just push another button to get you a lower number. There you go. So what you're going to do is you're going to let this pressurize and cook. When it's done, it's going to do a natural release. We want it to naturally release for 15 minutes. So that means this is going to say like L15 before we're going to do a finished release. And we're going to have the tastiest, fluffiest Spanish rice. After it's cooked and you've done the natural release of 15 minutes, then you want to turn this and turn it to venting and release the steam. Now, I goofed up and accidentally did it off camera, so forgive me. But so the steam will come out, make sure it's hot. Once it's done, then we're gonna let it rest. When you open it up, just to check inside, there shouldn't be liquid left. That should be all absorbed by your rice. And it might look a little weird because sometimes the seasonings will kind of get pushed to the top just from the Instant Pot, but that's okay because we're gonna mix it up. But now I'm just gonna let this sit. I like to leave it kind of covered and just let it sit for about 5 minutes just to make sure any extra moisture that's in there is absorbed before we fluff it and we're about ready to eat. I wanted to show you what it looked like. It's been sitting for 5 minutes, so now we're just gonna fluff it up. Just run the fork through it and get your rice nice and fluffy, and that's when I kind of mix it in to make sure any of the seasonings are completely mixed in. But look how beautiful it is. It's just like beautiful Spanish rice, nice and fluffy. It's perfect every single time. And now my favorite part is some fresh cilantro. Now I know some of you, let me know in the comments if you love it or hate it. I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with it. Totally okay to leave it out. I will not be mad if you hate cilantro or if you just don't have it. I already tasted the rice and it tastes amazing. So, but this just gives it a little extra yumminess. You're just gonna want about 3 tablespoons chopped or so. And I love it, so I can even do a little bit more. I am team cilantro. The other day I was eating it with something and all of a sudden I got like a taste of like soap and I started like about to tear up and then it went away. So I was like, oh my gosh, it tastes like soap. But I just decided it was bad cilantro. So how does that happen? So now I understand for the people who don't like it. So I just mixed this in and now we are ready to eat. Now I'm just putting it in a serving bowl. You know, if we were just eating as a home, I'm not doing that. I would just serve it out of here. But I just want you to see, it's kind of hard to show you how beautiful and fluffy this is. I mean, look, isn't that so pretty? And you made this, like, this isn't a restaurant. It looks like restaurant quality Spanish rice, but you made it and it took no time to do it. So next time, Taco Tuesday, Mexican Monday, where you're having people over, make this super easy Instant Pot Spanish rice. And now ready for my favorite part, which is eating it. It's so good. My kids will love this, and in fact, when we go out to eat and they get a Spanish rice, oh, hi Rosie, she wants a bite too. Hi. Let me know what your dog's name is, because her name is Rosie, and she wants to be in the video. But when we go out to eat, my kids, actually, when they order Spanish rice at a Mexican restaurant, they're always like, oh, I like yours more, because sometimes the other ones will have like, you know, chopped up tomatoes or vegetables. This is super simple, but still packed with flavor, and I think you're gonna love it. So make sure you grab the full recipe. It's linked in the description below. And also don't forget to snag that Instant Pot cookbook that has 100 Instant Pot recipes because it's on sale right now. So I want you to grab that too, and that's in the description. Okay, I'm off to eat. If you loved today's video, I'd love it if you like and subscribe. We are past 100,000 subscribers, so we're super pumped about that. And I would love you to, not love you, well, maybe I would, but I would love it if you would join us in subscribing so you don't miss any more of our family-friendly recipes. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next time in my kitchen. Bye.